Hey guys, we're back with you with another video. It's getting wintertime where we're at here in Kentucky, so it's time to get this thing winterized. I'm going to go through the steps that I take to winterize mine. It doesn't have a water heater. All it's got is a water tank and a water pump and then the small sink inside. But I'm still going to walk you through that process. So, you can find other YouTube videos on there on how to winterize your water heater if you have one. But if you've just got a simple setup like mine, this will work great for you. Okay, here's some of the stuff I use to winterize my water tank with. It's nothing really high dollar. You're going to want a jug of this RV antifreeze. It's safe for use, which of course we'll flush it. It's just for our water tank, so we might use it washing dishes or washing our hands or something. It's we don't really use it to drink out of anyway. But we get us a gallon of that. Then we've got a blowout valve here, and all it's got is a Schrader valve on the end of it. And that'll go on our water supply to blow our water lines out later on. We'll show you that in the video. Of course, we've got our air chuck and we've got our air compressor. Now on this, you can have an air compressor or you can just have a simple air tank. Air tank will have enough pressure to do what we need here. It's not going to take that much, but I've just got the little air compressor, so it's real easy for me to pump it up and use it that way. Then you're going to need a funnel, of course. More than likely, if your system's like mine, I'll show you that when we get around to the side. The funnel will be real handy. But we'll go around through here and get started, show you what we do. Now the first thing on mine I'm going to do is I'm going to have to pull my drawer out a little bit. Get this air compressor out of the way. I'm going to have to pull my drawer out a little bit. That'll make sure that when we get up in here, and I've not got the roof popped up on this, didn't see no sense in it. I might have to get a light and come back with you, I don't know. Alright, got you a pretty good angle right there. You can see sort of right here where my finger's at. That's my water drain. So I'm going to drain the old system, or I'm going to drain the old water out of the system right now. That's why I pulled my drawer out. And sometimes it don't drain, and if it's not, we'll have to get up underneath our camper there, and I just take use a little piece of wire coat hanger or something. You might have had a dirt dauber or something get up in there and build a nest, and you just got to knock the crud out of it. So we'll go ahead and pull this lever up, and I can actually hear it draining out right now. So we're in good shape. So we'll let that drain for a little bit and we'll come back to it. So you can see our water is draining from underneath our camper, and you can see why I pulled my drawer out, because my drawer goes clear to the back of my camper back here. But our water's draining, and while that's doing that, set you back on the stand. While that's doing that, I'm gonna go ahead, and it's a weatherproof connection, but I always undo it. I'm gonna go ahead and disconnect my electrical. We'll just lay it off to the side. Now I'll take my cap off for my freshwater fill. Now we'll go ahead and remove my caps on my city water connections. This being the drain. And our water's already almost drained out. So you want to make sure you undo your drain, that way your water can flow out. But also make sure you leave it undone till you're totally finished. Run a little bit of antifreeze in there, because there is a little bit that gets caught sometimes in the line. Then we'll undo our cap here. And then we'll get our little Schrader valve. And we'll just screw it. I'm going to screw it into my the input on my water system. And that'll be ready to go for us. So now the water's just quit draining, so we'll go back in and we'll show you what we do in there. Okay, so back in here, we're going to go ahead and open our water valves, and I am going to turn my pump on, and it's probably going to get a little loud and you're going to have some water knock, but I want to get all this water out of this tank that I can. So I'm going to let this sit here and run until we start getting stuff like this. I want to run as much of the water out as I can. That's about all we're going to get, so I'm going to shut that off. I'll leave my drains open, and I'm going to try to get these two videos at once here. We might even try to do some kind of split screen so you can see what I'm doing outside while I'm doing it inside. Don't know how that's going to work yet. Still editing pretty good now, but still trying new things. So we'll go outside, and we're going to get our air tank, and we're going to try to put some air into the system to see if it blows it through the system. Okay, so we've got our air tank, and it's got about 100 pounds in it. My air chuck does leak a little bit, so don't pay no attention to that. We'll go ahead and undo our cap here. We're going to blow some air through the line. You can see water draining out here. And that's all it should take right there. Is just putting a little bit of air into the system. We'll run back in here. What I'll do is I'll go ahead and I'll actually turn my pump on a little bit, and then I'm going to run some air through it again with the pump on to make sure we got everything out of the pump. Alright, so we'll turn our pump back off now. We'll go ahead and remove our air chuck. Set this back here on top of my air compressor. Once again, we're still leaving our drain open out here. And now we'll go back inside for a minute get everything closed down in there, and we'll start to refill the system. Alright, so now in here I'm going to go ahead and close my valve off. When you seen I opened it, I'm going to go ahead and close it. And for the time being right now, I'm going to leave my water handles turned on, and I'm just going to go outside and put some antifreeze in it. This is where I said you need your funnel. I'm just going to go ahead and pour the whole gallon of antifreeze. We closed our valve off. And I just used 1 gallon. So sorry for kicking the camera. But I'm just going to pour the 1 gallon in there. Alright, so we've got our gallon of antifreeze poured in there. Now we're going to go back in and we're going to turn on the system, run the antifreeze through the pump. You'll see that in there. I'll go ahead and put my cap back on, that way we don't forget it. Leaving our drain open still though. So I'm going to go ahead and shut these. Then I'm going to turn our water pump on. It's going to run. Like I said, we're going to have some water knock. We're going to try to get that air out of the line. Alright, still got a little air in the system there, but if you can see, we've got pink antifreeze that's come out both sides. So we should be good to roll with that. We'll shut our pump back off, and that's got that. Now, in addition to that, you can see I've emptied all my food storage. I did put me a couple dryer sheets. I've seen some guys talking about that on the Facebook group. Helps keep down mice. That's my coffee. I'll get that out here in a little bit. My refrigerator still needs to be cleaned out just a little bit, but I'll wipe it out and I'll open it up. And like I said, I've made sure I just got all my food products out, and that'll be it for the inside of the camper. I plugged up my electrical connection, went ahead and switched my battery on, that way I could charge my battery up. Fortunately, I've already topped off the battery on the truck camper with distilled water. I'll probably get you a separate video on the pontoon about that. We're making sure we close this drain. And I'm gonna have to get me a new plug for my water inlet, because, well, when we was doing this, it just broke. It's older, probably factory original, so we'll pick us up a new one. I'll probably zip tie me a piece of screen wire or something over this for the winter, or until I can get one of those in. But taking you around on the truck camper, so you can watch on my previous videos. The next thing I'm gonna do is, I believe it's on the maintaining my roof lift. I'll go ahead and hit my oil points again, oil everything up real good. I'll raise the camper up and down a couple times, and that'll be it for this winter. Probably going to get, for this winter, I've not picked it up yet, but I'm going to get a tarp. I'm going to get a big enough tarp to go over the camper. And then this spring we're going to do some more stuff to it. We're going to make a few little modifications again, and so make sure you catch them videos and stay tuned to the channel for them. So if you like this video, well, like, comment, and subscribe, like we're always saying. We're going to try to do some more projects throughout the winter. Probably going to have another video on my pontoon, getting it ready for the winter, getting it all tarped up, cleaned up, and getting it ready to go for the winter as well. And we'll probably do, throughout the winter and stuff, we'll probably do some maintenance videos and some maybe a few little modification videos that we want to do to some of the stuff we got around here. We're going to try to stay busy through the winter, try to keep you all up to date on some videos, and then hopefully about March or April, it's early November right now, hopefully about March or April we'll get back out, and we're actually going to start looking for some more campsites. We're going to start using a few more things like Hip Camp, and maybe some more apps and stuff that I find along the way. Nothing in this video is sponsored. You know, I'm not sponsored by no websites or nothing like that. Once again, I'm just finding this on my own, and we're going out and having a great time with what we do find. Probably go to a few of the same campgrounds. We'll probably not record as much of campground reviews. If we do go to the same campgrounds, we'll just record what we do there. You know, we'll just show you what we do, how we're having fun down there. I'm going to try to keep my campground reviews at one review per campground, and if we do visit again, we'll just say that we're back at this campground, because obviously if we go back to a campground, we really like it, we really enjoyed ourselves. So just stay tuned to our channel, and we'll keep you posted on everything that's going on. Thanks for watching. We'll see you camping.